motorcycle while technically working. Hello YouTube, Region Rat Rider here. Hope everyone's having a good day. I've missed several weeks of videos. The reason for that is that, well, we've had kind of a wet June, but beyond that, this is a new GoPro camera, and there are certain things about the GoPro that I did not know. For instance, with my Sony Action Cam, I could just hit record and literally fill up the SIM card, and it wouldn't be an issue. But apparently on the GoPro, it does this thing called chaptering. Unless you have this this attached, actually maybe if it is also attached, I'm not 100% sure, it stops recording after 3.9 gigs of video, and you have to hit record again. I'm not sure if you can actually change that or not, but regardless, that is the feature. And I realized that as I went to edit the videos that I recorded during demo days. So I missed demo days. Well, I didn't miss demo days, I missed recording demo days. I rode a 2020 Roadmaster Dark Horse. I rode the Challenger, and I rode a Chief Vintage. The Roadmaster, outside of the different fairing, you know, it has a single light fairing in the front, I really didn't notice a difference. Now, it is the 116, but the caveat to that is that I rode it after the Challenger, so the 116 does not put out the same performance as the Challenger, in case you were wondering. And because of that, I noticed a decrease in power. So I really didn't get a fair comparison between, you know, a 111 and the 116 stock engines. But I mean, the Roadmaster was nice. It's essentially this bike, so of course I like it. I liked the Challenger. This is my second time riding that bike. Yeah, listen to that. I'll get to that in a minute. So, I think the thing about the Challenger that I couldn't quite put my finger on, and I could after, you know, riding this bike to the event, dropping it off, and riding the Roadmaster first, was that it has a much more aggressive stance. So, you know, I'm 5'11", and I was definitely leaning forward. I was not sitting straight up to grab the handlebars, and I think that's where I got the notion that over a long distance ride, the road glide would be a better buy. Because to me, the Challenger just has kind of an aggressive, you know, squat down towards the front of the bike type riding position, whereas the road glide has your traditional, you know, back straight up in the air, long distance comfort riding. So I think that's where that opinion came from. But interestingly enough, the bike I had the most fun on was the Chief Vintage. I think that there's a real possibility, having been on that bike, that when I go to get a different bike, I may downgrade. I like the fairing. I like having a fairing. I'm not going to say that I don't, but there was just something about having that entire open road view with that comes with having a bike that either has just a windshield or no windshield in some cases. I really dug that. I had a ton of fun on that Chief Vintage. But you know, that's several years away. I have a 7-year warranty with this bike, and I absolutely love it, so it's not like I'm going to get rid of it anytime soon. But while I was at the demo days, that's when I had my upgrades done. So I put on Rinehart slip-ons and the high flow air filter and had it remapped. I think it sounds great, especially for just being the mufflers. I mean, with having the stock headers on here and I'm just getting knocked all over the place being behind these trucks. But anyway, having the stock headers and just the mufflers, I think they sound fantastic. Very happy with this purchase. And when I get new headers next year, which I'll be doing for the sake of reducing the heat, I'm going to have the Rinehart Slim Duals put on. So I'll get to keep these mufflers, and I'll just be putting on the header instead. I may have the Lloyd's cams put on too, but that's still up in the air. But anyway, it's my first video in a month, and you know, life lesson over the GoPro chaptering, which I had no idea was a thing until it bit me in the butt. So what happened was, I turned my camera on before each test ride, and then we sat there for 5 or 10 minutes until we actually went. So in that time, that 10 minutes lapsed, so I got like the first 30 seconds to a minute of each ride before it just shut off. And since I didn't, I figured it'd be a faux pas if I brought my handheld control, or my control that I mount to the handlebars. I was just relying on, you know, reaching up and hitting play or hitting record on the camera. So I got bit there. Oh, and finally, I did upgrade my helmet too. This is a Shoei J Cruise helmet, so I ordered the GoPro microphone mod, because I just really did not like the way that accessory fit on there. So this is my first moto vlog with the microphone mod. My microphone's a little bit closer to my mouth than it usually is, plus my other helmet didn't have the visor, so it's kind of interesting to see how the audio is going to come out on this while I'm recording with the visor down. But we shall see. Every day's an experiment. Ooh, the city of Chicago. Ugh, the city of Chicago. And like I said, before I go, I'm riding to work to pick up a couple things that I left in the office. I don't think it's official, but I'm 99% sure that the tech engineering department is going to be working from home forever. So, which I'm fine with. I wasn't originally, but now I'm pretty fine with. So I got to get the dock so I can hardwire my computer to my router. But anyway, this is Rinehart Rider signing out. I don't know what this idiot's doing, trying to come up me on the lane that's closing. This is Rinehart Rider signing out. I hope everyone has a great rest of their work week and it has a great weekend. I don't know if I'll be recording this weekend. It's supposed to rain, but we shall see. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.